saga, meet the Baron.
By Stern, Lyle, and Smith.
Created by Roger Stern, writer, and Tom Lyle, penciler, Bob Smith, inker, Bob Pinyaha, letterer, Juliana Ferriter, colorist, Robert Greenberger, editor.
Baptism of fire.
And so, grasping the rube. The rube? What is he talking about? Oh, I see. It's another typo. It should read tube. I can see why this guy needs an editor. He's a pretty good writer, but a lousy typist. My computer spell checker has found a lot of his mistakes, but I can't catch incorrect words or screwy grammar. Even so, this should be a first-rate novel, and no one will ever know the author doesn't know the difference between accept and accept. Yeah, this is starting to be fun. I never thought I'd find a job I liked where my degree would be of some use. To think that it took, Oh no, I don't believe it. Not you! What are you talking about, Will? Of course, it's me. Jane Marie Peyton, my baby sister, the unofficial Levi Strauss poster child, in a dress. Oh, pardon, ma'am. Are you the new schoolmarm? That's it. Go ahead and laugh. I was going to ask your opinion on some ideas I have for my fall classes, but I can see you'll be no help. Wait, sis. I'm sorry. It's just that I still remember the fight you and Mom had when you wanted to wear pants to your prom. Really, though. You look great. My junior high school teachers never looked so good. At least my sense of humor is still intact. Will, what do you mean? Is something wrong? I don't know. I think the weirdness of being Starman may be getting to me. I haven't been sleeping much. Haven't been that tired. But when I do sleep, I have these dreams. And wherever I go, there are these faceless people. At first, they're just there. Then they start chasing me. I can't lose them. Finally, I'm trapped, and they start beating the stuffing out of me. I try to fight back, but there are too many of them. Then, they're gone, and a doctor is checking me over. No respiration, no heartbeat, he's dead. I try to tell him that I'm alive, that my heart doesn't beat anymore. I want to scream, but it can just barely whisper. No, not my Starman. Starman! The last time I woke up from the dream, I was Starman. My face had changed in my sleep. I thought my face back to normal, but I didn't sleep anymore that night. Will, if you're sleeping irregularly, it's no wonder you're having strange dreams. And naturally, there'd be a Starman connection in your dreams. You shouldn't let this get to you. You didn't have the dream, Jane. That's true. But think this through for a minute. That part about being chased. That probably comes from not knowing how and why Bolt came after you last week. You've been through so much lately. It was bound to come out in your dreams. It's only human. Yeah, but am I? I've changed a lot. Jane, I'm still not certain how much. Or why. That I changed to Starman in my sleep bothers me more than the dream. It was almost as if Starman were trying to take over. Don't talk like that. Starman isn't some freakish thing. He's you. I don't know how you got your powers, but we're a couple of pretty clever people. We'll figure it out eventually. And even if we don't, I want you to remember that Starman has done a lot of good, and that his sister is darn proud of him. Thanks, kiddo. I needed that. Now, what was that you said about plans for your classes? If Express Mail runs as advertised, Alamo Press will get my edited disc tomorrow, and I'll receive a nice check before the weekend. Ah, yes. The only thing better than finishing a job is getting paid for it. Yeah. I'm glad I had that talk with Jane yesterday. Even got a couple of hours of uninterrupted sleep last night. Even though I don't seem to need it, I should probably budget myself a little sleep time every day. Keep those bad old dreams away. They finally named an independent prosecutor to go after Senator Forrest. About time. Hello there. Research lab wishes for Starman's help. For what? I wonder. Oh yeah, I've heard of this outfit. They've been struggling with all the cutbacks in the space program. It says here they've developed some new heat shield material, but they're having difficulty testing it. Well, I think we might be able to do something about that. Yes, I'm in charge of production. How can I... What? You're not joking? This is really Starman? Yes, it really is. I read about your problem in the Republic, and I'd be glad to help. Would this afternoon be all right? This afternoon? Yes, that would be ideal. Sir, if you can produce as much heat as I've heard, we could cut our testing time in half. I can't tell you how much that would mean to... Fine. We'll see you then. I don't think I've ever heard such a happy voice on the phone. Better call Jane and tell her I may be late for dinner. Well, he said he'd be here by 2. Good. That gives us more than enough time. He's coming. Get ready. Oh yeah, this is what I love most about being Starman. I wish everyone could experience how incredible it is to fly. What in the... Mommy, Daddy. Here, don't cry. I'll help you. Tell me what happened.
A jackrabbit was in the road. Daddy tried to miss it, and the car rolled over. I fell out, but Mommy and Daddy...
Oh my God.
Mommy, Daddy...
Get back! gonna be alright. I got them out before they could be burned. They're just shaken up a bit, I think. I hope. They didn't seem to have any broken bones, but I didn't have much time to check. Ma'am, can you hear me? Loud and clear. Ow, what the... Nice sucker punch, Olivia. I don't understand. What is going... Oh, nothing much. It's just a plain old-fashioned... ambush, that's all. Wow. What was that? Some sort of blast? Hit even harder than that woman's punch. Who are you people? What do you want? You can call us the Power Elite. Gah! What we want is you. So hard radiation can burn you, huh? How about a plasma flame? Hey! My turn. I'm gonna drop this divot right where it'll do the most good. He's making a run for it. Don't let him get away. Hit him with everything you got. Mister, are you okay? I don't know. Hurt all over, but I'm alive. Good. I haven't got my licks in yet. And there's no point in kicking a dead man. Oh no. Oh yeah. Been waiting so long for a chance to do this. That's enough, Samantha. You've already knocked him unconscious. Let me go, Ollie. I was just getting started. Do you want his powers or not? He's no good to us dead. Good work, Elite. We saw everything from the ridge. Hurry now. We have to get him fully secured before he can regain consciousness. Allow me, sir. Excellent, Stan. You all performed marvelously. And now, Mr. Starman, we're going to see what makes you tick. Next issue. First read. Hey, who are you? What are you doing here? Hey, stop! 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 Hey, I'm trying to take Starman here. Hey, hey! I want to come on! Gather all his things. Grab some of his clothes, too. Alright, take him to the ship. At once!
Dear viewers around the world, sadly I must end this transmission. For those of you watching this, it has come to our attention a terrible world event has taken place, and we have to be decisive in our actions at this time. I am Agent N of the ASPA. As it stands, our live feed of Starman's kidnapping has been severed, and at this moment, Larutanton is needed at Space Dock 76 to be debriefed for a mission. Therefore, until this can be resolved, a much more important incident must be documented. The Earth has been compromised. We must preserve information on the
Invasion! The Alien Alliance!
Do not trouble yourself over these unfortunate circumstances. We will find Starman and bring him back. Be here for the action and
Don't you know? There's a war on.
Plot and breakdowns. Keith Jiffin. Script. Bill Mantlo. Pencils. Todd McFarlane. Inks. Chapter 1. P. Craig Russell. Inks. Chapter 2. Al Gordon. Inks. Chapter 3. Joe Rubenstein. Inks. Chapter 4. Todd McFarlane. Letters. Gasper. Colors. Carl Gafford. Assistant Editor. Kevin Dewey. Editor. Andrew Helper. Special thanks to Bob Greenberger, Mark Way, and Tom Christopher.
to the 50 humans snatched screaming, swearing, or sobbing off Earth. The name of this world they've been transported to is unimportant. They are not expected to survive long enough to learn it. Blaster field on standby. Talk. Why don't you get on with it, Dominator? My dear comrade from Condia, for a race that delights in destruction, you are remarkably eager to rush into that which should be relished. The humans will die, but their passing must be scanned, studied, savored. This experiment should test conclusively the existence of any genetic anomaly in man. So what if it does exist? It would explain humanity's remarkable ability to develop superpowers in response to adverse stimuli. And the blaster field should provide a most adverse stimuli. Our projections give only one human even the most infinitesimal likelihood of survival. We shall soon see.
Now?
Yes. Let the test begin. About time. Energize prods.
Move, you human trash. Activate blaster field.
As the first human tentatively steps forward onto the field, an intricate array of sensors reacts to his presence. Zap boxes, chem bombs, incendio torches, ground mines, bacterial swish pots, protein slime bombs, intergalactic killing devices crafted by the cosmos' most inventive weaponsmiths. But to the human benefactors of this galactic genius, the blaster field can best be described by one most expressive word. Death. The slaughter is scanned. The data collected by Dominion computers. The Dominator's belief is that only one of 50 humans will manage to survive. And that one only because the threat of imminent death in the blaster field will trigger his or her hypothetical latent power. The theory is soon proven wrong. Oh. Sex? 7, but the female is gravely wounded. 7 then, when all projections indicated at best 1. Such a result defies all our expectations and heightens our fears. Luck was ruled out as a factor. Only some sort of genetic variance could account for their survival. But perhaps our sampling was not so random as we had thought. No, the humans were obtained from different races, diverse nationalities.
If these thin skins upset you so, Dominator, we Cahoons will be glad to obliterate them.
Fool! Do you not yet understand the import of the test?
Bah! A godly of any Cahoon could have survived. Perhaps, but predictably, despite their deadliness, there are few surprises in either Cahoonian weapons or tactics. Earth, on the other hand, is apparently capable of generating a dazzling array of heroes possessed with powers as unpredictable as they are dangerous. And what if it's discovered that this genetic trait is inherited not just in some humans, but all? No, I will not even entertain that notion. Please shut the cell up so that I can calculate. Galactic gates. These six all scan positive for the presence of metahuman abilities. Who are they?
Name, Amos Monroe. Native habitat, New Orleans, Louisiana. Occupation, self-professed con artist. Name, Moshe Levy. Native habitat, Tel Aviv, Israel. Occupation, student.
Mom?
Name, Carlota Rivera. Native habitat, Madrid, Spain. Occupation, fashion model.
They're taking her for medical care, I think.
Name, Fritz Klein. Native habitat, Innsbruck, Austria. Occupation, ski instructor.
Maybe they're going to put her out of her misery.
Name, Dexter Fairfax. Native habitat, Tunbridge Wells, England. Occupation, writer of children's books.
Please, the child.
Name, Lucas Carr. Native habitat, Happy Harbor, Rhode Island. Occupation, scientist, former mascot of the original Justice League of America.
What happens now to the rest of us?
Truly diverse, but metahuman?
They don't look any different to me. Just more frightened.
Perhaps whatever enabled them to survive has not manifested any physiological change yet. Only intensive experimentation will tell. Remove them to the Starman's black module. It is time for us to report.
Behold, the race come home singing, denizens of the earth in their own hearts. Man, perhaps the deadliest creatures in the universe. Alone among races, mankind lacks homogeneity. In contrast, although divided by castes, all dominators are physiologically the same. While Cahoonian ferocity varies, one goal is indistinguishable from any other, though all paradigms with shift, all are genetically alike. Such sameness makes for predictability and security. The enemy one knows one can guard against. This is not the case with mankind. While most are uniformly human, some, many more, apparently, than we had dreamed, possessing latent tendencies towards superhumanity. That itself could dangerous. But couple mankind inherently belligerent with the fact that this suspected genetic variance affects the human in a innate manner, and Earth becomes a spawning ground for an unpredictable super race. But these humans can barely unite to defend themselves, let alone threaten us. Would you wager the future of the dominion on mankind's been disorganized? Others have already demonstrated an awareness of man's potential. Did we not observe from AFA as the guardians of the universe designated Earth as the site of the greatest evolutionary advance since they themselves became immortal? And perhaps accelerating that advance by imbuing certain humans with superpowers. Or merely manipulated an already inherent truth. Vast superiors, may I be heard?
Hey, Miter, Castelline, here? How dare you deface our great debate?
Most respected ones, I humbly come to offer the fruits of my recent research into human physiology. I believe I am close to isolating the genetic variants that makes man dangerous. Be seated, Castelline, or be ejected. Your forte, as you acknowledge, is research, not even synthesis, let alone implementation. But surely, if war can be averted, the Castelline overreaches himself, but he does have a point. We dominators are perilous planners, but if there is to be battle and bloodshed, battles there surely will be, but we shall not fight them. In blood shall surely be spilled, but by humanity, and by our allies. new alliance. Invasion of one.
Plot and breakdowns. Keith Giffen. Script. Bill Mantlo. Pencils. Todd McFarlane. Inks. Chapter 1. P. Craig Russell. Inks. Chapter 2. Al Gordon. Inks. Chapter 3. Joe Rubenstein. Inks. Chapter 4. Todd McFarlane. Letters. Gasper. Colors. Carl Gafford. Assistant Editor. Kevin Dewey. Editor. Andrew Helper. Special thanks to Bob Greenberger, Mark Wade, and Tom Christopher.
Once upon a time, this world shared an orbit about its sun with another. It's a source of racial pride that the debris of that sister planet still rains down upon the city-states of the Dominion.
The council's vote of approval was swift. In pro forma, they knew we would never have presented our plan if we hadn't already begun to implement it. Already, our agents are at work recruiting new allies and undermining any possible opposition. Fear of the Dominion's power motivates both our allies and our enemies. While it is fear of Earth, of what in time her people may become, that motivates us. Driven by that fear, we have no choice. Earth must be nullified. We must not overlook the fact that Earth, too, will have allies. You refer to the Green Lantern Corps? Yes. Even though all four are powerless, the rest have sacrificed their power rings' might to revive the great battery of power on Oa. They are still most respected, and the fact that they are particularly disposed to defend the Earth will carry great weight. But you need not fear those emerald agitators. For our agents are dealing with them even as we speak.
People love LC say, give me an offer has been made us to join in an alliance against Mars planet Earth. I urge you to reject that offer. Why gratitude? What is Earth to us? To us? Perhaps nothing. To the universe, perhaps the future, or so my beloved former master. The guardian either has a soft heart or soft head. Earth is a muddle. I admit that mankind manifests little symbols of order, but did not the universe itself arise out of chaos? Mankind is young as races go, but given time, who knows what beauty might blossom from man's seeming mayhem?
The answer to that question is one this former Green Lantern will never know.
for his time has run out. One less demigod forming a dissent against the Alliance.
Another world, a similar story.
The cone close behind me. The tail of the biobot has locked onto my brain force. But they never would have detected me if my own people hadn't alerted them that I was agitating on behalf of Earth. We, Kurdists, hate the Kahun and the Dominion, but we also fear them. Pyrrha will never join the evil alliance, but neither will she allow herself to be seen as aiding and abetting Earth. Thus, I, in my speeches, became an annoyance. To be eliminated.
I would have enjoyed pitting my pulsator against your power ring, Lantern, knowing that I must slay a powerless foe diminishes my amusement to no end.
Looks like it's open season on X-Green Lanterns. Got to get out of this sector. Spread the alarm. It's already too late for the corpse. In that case, who to warn? The Omega Men? Yes. They'd at least have a chance at forestalling the Alliance. But how to reach them? I can't outrun or outfight the Cahoon. Perhaps trickery. A subsonic SOS masked by a surrender signal to buy me time?
Commander, I just received a surrender signal from the shuttle ship. How should I respond? The usual fashion?
The Omega Men will soon receive a distress signal.
But not from this late Green Lantern.
Reports of the Cahoon's successes quickly filter back to the Dominion. So much for opposition. With dissent stifled, the Alliance can now concentrate on recruitment. The planet Thanagar shines, the proudest jewel in the circlet of worlds orbiting the star sun Polaris. But the surface luster of this gem of a world is somewhat dimmed by the current actions of its inhabitants.
Up the ramp! Keep the line moving, sag-bellied scum!
Another shipload of prisoners for your stalags, Cahoon.
We are most impressed. Wing back. You Thanagans, show an almost Cahoonian delight in inflicting pain upon your own populace.
These exiles are not true Thanagarians, but traitors, determined by our internal affairs operatives to harbor sympathy towards the Guardians in the Earth. They have proven themselves disloyal.
Hawk police seem genuinely glad to be cleaning house, Commander Draw.
You'll find Thanagar, now that it's been purified, a staunch ally.
I never doubted it. Our races have much in common. A love of battle, a desire for order,
and a hatred of Earth.
Yet, the two of your most decorated officers, the very son of the same Paran Qatar, who devised the hawk masks, wings, and anti-gravity belts, serves Earth along with his wife.
And were corrupted thereby. The Earth must be decimated, Cahoonian, not only to neutralize the threat the planet itself poses, but also to serve as an object lesson that any of our people who betray Thanagar, as Qatar and Shannara Hull did, will suffer the same fate as Hawkman and Hawkwoman.
Let me propose a toast then, Commander. To a glorious war spiced with just a pinch of revenge.
If there is music in the spears, swinging in slow orbit about Alpha Centauri A, then the note struck on the predominant planet of this star sun is, at the moment, one of discord. This world is Ran, and chief among its city-states is Rannagar, a technocrosity guided by the scientific genius
of the pacifist Sardoth.
We must fight this abominable alliance, Adam.
Strange words coming from a man of peace, Sardoth.
And even stranger that Adam Strange should oppose them. You know Father is right, Adam. Once we reject the Dominion's demand that we join their alliance, we'll be facing retribution.
Yes, they undoubtedly launched a preemptive strike against Ran to prevent Ran from offering her super science in defense of Earth. Unless...
No, you are my husband, and the father of our soon-to-be-born child. Whatever folly you're contemplating, I forbid it. Alana, my beloved, despite my ties to Ron, the Alliance knows I'm an Earthman. They level this world simply to neutralize me. But what if Ron promised to remain neutral in the coming war? Made a good faith gesture to this alliance. What kind of gesture?
give them what they want. Give them me.
As Father was saying, we must prepare to fight.
You'd lose. The races of Ron have never been warlike. Isn't that why you made an Earthman Ron's greatest champion? Not that there's much even I could do to stop the Alliance. Especially since I could be plucked back to Earth by the Zeta beam at any moment, which is my failsafe. Let the Alliance have me as their prisoner. I'd be in a perfect position to spy on them. Until the Zeta beam wears off and whisks me out of their clutches. Unless they slay you first.
I won't listen to any more of this. I don't want to be married to a corpse.
I can see how that might upset you, beloved.
I'll do my damnedest to keep you happy.
Tell the Cahoon I'm coming, Sardoth. And pray I'm as smart as I think I am. In his wake, his woman weeps. Adam Strange hardens his heart, as any self-sacrificing hero should. Hero or fool.
Welcome to Starman. Our continuing effort to find him has failed. You, as the viewer, have the power. Please join us every week as we try to find and also document the invasion. The Alien Alliance. Sam has decided. They are intrigued enough by a postulation of the existence of the very gene trait in man to send observers, but not to fight. It is their mediocre scientific abilities we need them for anyway. But what of apocalypse?
We beamed a diplomatic detail down 7 tiles ago. The head of the chief negotiator was beamed back up.
You brain probed it for Latin memories, of course.
Yes, implanted in his mind was a message from Darkseid.
And what warning did the Lord of Apocalypse wish to convey to the Alliance?
The message read, do as you will with Earth, but do not destroy it.
Because he believes the key to this anti-life equation he seeks is to be found there. Yet another reason Earth is to be feared. Inform Darkseid that we shall honor his desires if you can spare a second delegation.
Dominion world, still washed by a rain of the dead.
So, we at last have our alliance. Those worlds that have declined our invitation have sworn neutrality and wished us well, citing their respect for our concerns about Earth, no doubt. While in truth, using neutrality as a shield behind which they cower in fear over our might. Naturally, they recognize that alliance with us would soon lead to their absorption. Absorbed they must be, eventually. But for now, we have no need of the craven cowards. For we have allied ourselves with the most warlike races in the known universe. Let the roll be called. Citadel present.
As is Thanagar. We represent Poseidon.
And we,
Daxam. The Cahoon. We're here before all others.
Durlock consents to join this alliance.
Okara, present and accounted for.
Then, in the name of our new-founded alien alliance, the Dominion welcomes you one and all.
You have heard the members of the Alliance identify themselves. Now know their nature. The Dominators, ruthless planners and plotters. The Shapeshifters of Durla. Survival on their harsh world compelled them to evolve chameleon-like characteristics. Eons later, even they have forgotten their original form. The Hawkmen of Thanagar
have already been introduced. They dream of turning the universe into a fascist police state, mirroring their own. The Guild Dishpan. Superbly organized, they will handle the supply lines of the Alliance. The Daxamites have come as observers. The evolution of living organisms has always fascinated them. And inspired their experiments on genetic enhancement. The Warlords of Okra. Okrians are taught the art of war from the cradle. They will serve as the weaponsmiths of the Alliance. The hunkering, slovenly citizens of the Citadel. Known for their brute strength, they will administrate the huge space stalag, nearing completion even as this summit convenes. The Scions, a race of pure scientists, with a penchant, sadism. They will confine their efforts to research at the VV section table. And lastly, the most brutal, most innately savage race of the warmongers in the universe. The Cahoon. I will dispense with the diplomatic niceties. You all know why we are convened.
To smash Earth.
No.
To neutralize its upstart population, Okaran.
Unless you wish to incur the wrath of the dark side.
Surely, there is no need to go over what is already known. We are here. We are committed. Let us commence operations.
Very well, Guild Dishpan. Let us talk war.
The alien alliance. Invasion of one.
Plot and breakdowns. Keith Chipman. Script. Bill Mantlo. Pencils. Todd McFarlane. Inks. Chapter 1. T. Craig Russell. Inks. Chapter 2. Al Gordon. Inks. Chapter 3. Joe Rubenstein. Inks. Chapter 4. Todd McFarlane. Letters. Gasper. Colors. Carl Gafford. Assistant Editor. Kevin Dooley. Editor. Andrew Helfer. Special thanks to Bob Greenberger, Mark Wade, and Tom Christopher.
Welcome to Starman. Our continuing effort to find him has failed. You, as the viewer, have the power. Please join us every week as we try to find him and also document the invasion.
The alien alliance.
Let us talk. War.
Chapter 2.
Starlag Containment Craft, a prison platform run by the Citadel on the edge of the vegan system.
Spider Guild Transport Shuttle approaching. Clearance code transmitted. Initiate docking procedures.
Although stun screens prevent the inmates of Starlag from escaping, they cannot stop eager eyes from observing arrivals of interest. More prisoners, for the Alliance ferried in every day. Cocooned by the spider, Guild's robots in web shrouds that both anesthetize the captives and sap their will to resist. No way to tell who that batch is, or where they hail from, but they're being taken to a special sector over in the Black Module. The Mayrondia saved them, my friend, but we cannot. So what do you suggest, Gary and Beck? That we just sit here and let the Pasaians vivisect them? Oh no, Adam Strange, not at all. I expect the great hero Rand to lead his fellow detainees in a charge on the Black Module, as soon as he figures out how to get himself out of his cell. Otherwise, I expect you to stop making speeches and allow me to sit and sulk. Sit and do nothing, my cellmate means, while the Alliance fills this damnable concentration camp. And for what? It's been 3 weeks since Rand surrendered me so that I could spy from within. And I still haven't the foggiest notion of what's going on.
I cast Larutanton Cocoon Spider. With 9 specials per Scion studying Citadelian.
Status cells await your prisoner, Spider.
You have merely to transfer the correct amount of credits to Spider's Guild account, Dominator, and we will turn our prisoners over in fulfillment of our contractual obligations to your alliance.
Turn them over for what? Scion experimentation. What is it those leeches are looking for? Humans with powers and abilities far beyond the ken of mortal men, Strange. That's what I heard on Karn before they rounded up those of us they suspected of being Earth sympathizers. Shipped us off to the Starlag. My reward for being too good a policeman. Good, but nothing special, which is why I'm here with the normals. And here you seem content to stay, while those poor souls possessing that something extra the Alliance is looking for are not having a very nice day, I suppose.
The black module.
I fail to see why this spider deal retains independent contractor status rather than join our alliance.
Profit dominator. Them you pay. Us allies work for free.
Perceptive Citadelian, but the Dominion distrust mercenaries. What if the Guild should encounter a higher bidder? Not likely, I suppose, while we hold a monopoly on might.
As the warden here, I got to tell you, I ain't so sure it's smart sticking all these specials in one sector. If they are the suspected metahumans you're so worried about, what if they bust loose?
These status cells were designed for that contingency. Each containment chamber is programmed to counter any power manifestation by the prisoner incarcerated therein.
It looks like you guys figured out all the angles. I just hope you figured them right.
The call, the same call, has been transmitted for 18 cycles now.
Here we go again.
Promise the Time Lord. Ship ambush. Under attack. Disabled. Bring them in. Promise the Time Lord. Ship ambush. Under attack. Disabled. Bring them in. Promise the Time Lord.
Whenever a fearless leader without your love, we'll make some money.
From one furball to another Felicity, Primus and Callista plowed themselves into this pickle. So why should we pull them out?
Because it's their duty. Because they're our comrades. Because you love holding Primus's ashes out of the fire. So shake out the captain hangover, me. And get ready to unsheath their claws.
Yeah. I know I got a rep for my first think later. But there's something wrong with this setup. First, it ain't like Primus to get himself ambushed. And less like him to call in a full contingent of Omega Men to help him if he does.
You suspect a trap? Scan if you're suspicious.
Ship!
You call the Captain?
Create your cloudman and scan Primus' ship. The one floating in front of us.
Scan no ship, sir.
You take your video receptors for their 50,000 light-year inspection.
Affirmative, sir. In fact, I can monitor very well. The extremely large integrated organic mass before us.
We're down in mass.
To divide up into its component like into the jack.
Walking breakdown. Keep chicken. Script. Don't Nebula. Pencils. Cosmic Starman. Inks. Chapter 1. Pete Craig Russell. Inks. Chapter 2. Al Gordon. Inks. Chapter 3. Joe Rubenstein. Inks. Chapter 4. Cosmic Starman. Letters. Jasper. Colors. Carl Gafford. Assistant Editor. Kevin Dewey. Editor. Andrew Halford. Special thanks to Bob Greenberger, Mark Wade, and Tom Christopher.
Welcome to Starman. Urban you never defined has failed. You, as the viewer, have the power. Please join us every week as we try to find and also document the invasion. The Alien Alliance.
Because you love holding promises ashes out of fire. So shake out the catnip hangover, please. And get ready to unsheath their claws. Scan if you're suspicious.
Ship!
You call the Captain Cat?
Creature cloning!
The extremely large integrated organic mass before us.
We're down in mass.
To divide up into its component like into the jack.
Not a promised ship at all, but a decoy created out of bio-linked Durlands.
I got the picture, Puss. Now, how about zipping your lip while ship warps us out of here?
I'm afraid I can't do that just now, sir.
Why the hell not?
Because tractor beams from those two Kahoonian saddle wagons are jamming our warp drive.
Oh. Well, now we're in for it. But what the heck? So are they. Hello.
I know. Durland's in the Cahoon. Do we retreat?
Can't. And I wouldn't have it any other way. Tell everybody to suit up.
Are we going outside?
Nope. The Durlans are bringing the outside in. What was that? Sound of a hole being breached, Scalligan? Pay attention. It ain't something you're likely to hear twice.
It sounds like waves crashing on a reef.
Only we're the reef, and we can't hold back the tide. Brood, status report. The enemy assaults the airlocks, Tigor. Even you'd have trouble battering through her hull, brute. So how can they be strong enough to... Chalk it up to another triumph of quantity over quality, Renyandar.
Yeah, the enemy stands before us, brethren. Let us leave them lined in our way.
Brood has learned. It's better not to boast before victory, Durlan. Unless, in defeat, one wishes to find oneself choking on empty words. Harpus, Ryandar, Yonda, educate our enemy as to their error. The tutorial commences. But the pupils quickly turn the tables on their teachers. Meanwhile, amidships.
Omegians, the enemy is coming through my hull.
You're a regular fount of information ship. What do we do now? Pull back, Omegians!
Pull back to where, Green Man? They're all around us.
Got any more bright eyes, Greenie? I'm open to suggestions, Tigor! I say we turn and face them. Good plan.
We'll be right behind you.
There's nowhere you can run, Omegians. Nowhere you can hide.
To all ships in sector. We are under joint Durman Cahoon attack. Request assistance. Repeat. Mayday. Mayday.
Omega Men body count 2.
Igor's contingent comes. Their retreat blocks our retreat.
We prefer the term strategic withdrawal.
And I'm telling ya to hold your ground.
Body count 3. They come by the hundreds, Tigor. From every side and every shape. We are, I fear, surrounded.
Great. Now maybe the Omega Men will stop running and start fighting.
I'm not opposed in principle to joining you in a last stand, Tigor. If we had a deck to stand on.
'Plot and breakdowns. Keith Chipman. Script. Phil Mantlo. Pencils. Todd McFarlane. Inks. Chapter 1. T. Craig Russell. Inks. Chapter 2. Al Gordon. Inks. Chapter 3. Joe Rubenstein. Inks. Chapter 4. Todd McFarlane. Letters. Gasper. Colors. Carl Gafford. Assistant Editor. Kevin Dooling. Editor. Andrew Helfer. Special thanks to Bob Greenberger, Mark Way, and Tom Christopher.
Welcome to Starman. Urban Union Divine has failed. You, as the viewer, have the power. Please join us every week as we try to find and also document the invasion.
Invasion of one, the Alien Alliance.
80 pages, no ads. If we had a deck to stand on.
An interesting sound. The death shriek of the Omegian's sentient ship. However, if we do not wish her crew to join her in the great hereafter, that by sharing your life with them, we may ferry our captives to our comrades in arms. Your methods are both untidy and inefficient, Durlan. We, Cahoon, could have destroyed the Omega Men in half the time.
And how would you then explain to the Messians why you failed to bring back their specimens alive?
Curse the Messians.
Yes, but not too loudly, lest they hear. In any event, you may take the credit for this capture if you desire.
I'll accept no charity from shape-shifting slime.
No? Then perhaps you accept death, you Cahoonian Claude, on the day when our alliance dissolves.
But if some members of the Alliance chafe at being united, there are still others eager to offer their services.
You want us to pay you for the privilege of joining the Alliance?
But of course, the power of Gargox is not without its price.
Power? Why, you pompous slime. The only way the Alliance would even consider employing you would be as comic relief. You can entertain us with tales of how you accidentally obliterated your own planet.
I was somewhat overzealous. But you have to admit that I now occupy a position of strategic importance here on the dark side of the Earth's moon.
Indeed you do. And you have 5 stars to quit it.
Quit it?
Or perish.
You can't do this to me. I am Gargox, archfoe of the Doom Patrol.
2.
I've an army.
3.
Of plastic men, ready to obey my every order.
4.
I'll be going. Just give me time to pack.
Yes, it's Dominion World again. And it's still raining.
And with the fat full prize loose from the moon, our way is now clear.
Excellent. Convey our congratulations to our allies. How it must gall the lot of them to collaborate. Ours is indeed a tenuous federation. We must be vigilant lest internal rivalries dissolve it. Before we have initiated Phase 2, you should know that Starlag is nearly full. No matter. Soon, all Earth will be one huge containment camp. Then the Besions may search for the genetic variant at their leisure. And once they have pondered its secrets, mankind may be annihilated. Aren't you forgetting, Darkseid? Of course not. We will tender our apologies when we have won.
Starlag. All these dissidents, if only we could organize them. To do what, Strange? Fight the Alliance? Most of us are here because our own worlds want to avoid exactly that. And if our worlds don't want us fighting for them, why should we fight for Earth? Hasn't it ever occurred to you, friend, that you should fight for my world simply because the Alliance wants to destroy it? Frankly, no. And I dare say you'll discover that your fellow prisoners feel the same. You're hopeless, Garion Beck. Bitter and beaten before you've begun to fight. But maybe I could find some recruits in the Black Module. If the rumors are true, if the inmates there truly possess superhuman powers, then they may be our only hope of escape. To where? The Alliance already rules any sector of space I'd even consider escaping to. So you might as well be ruled here, huh? As good or bad a place as any, if you keep your nose clean. Take that Chloe in there. He does nothing, and nothing's done to him. Not a bad life, sitting and staring into space all day. Quite a role model for us all. Maybe for the rest of you vegetables, Beck. But some of us still want to live as men, not maggots. I've had enough of your insults, Strange. You want to get yourself killed? Go and do it. Just let the rest of us live what little life we got left. I was only trying to do what? Start a riot? The Alliance would slaughter us all. Well, not me. I've been unfair to my fellow inmates. They're stuck here for the duration, while I'm gone soon as the Zeta beam wears off. But I don't want to be whisked back to Earth until I know for sure what kind of beings are imprisoned in the Black Module. Penetrating the special sectors, not gonna be easy. In fact, I could get seriously killed. None of the others have any desire to die with me. Can't blame them. Earth's not their world. But she is mine, and so I've got to do something to save her. Why? Because I'm a hero. And saving worlds is something heroes do. Thank God Alana's not here to punch holes in that last little bit of pretzel logic.
Chapter 3.
It is truly a beautiful sight, is it not, Cahoon? You have built well, and you have built swiftly, Okrian. Our warriors marvel at the ease of which they have adapted to the novel weaponry you have devised. Yes, we have crafted a war machine so simple even you Cahoons could master it.
If that was an insult, merely an observation, ally. Oh, in that case, no offense taken. In fact, we owe you our thanks, Ogrian. Our armada was formidable before. Now our ships shut out the stars. We have carried out our directive well, Cahoon ally. Earth will have little hope against such massed might. Correction, brother. They will have no hope at all. That final phrase may be Earth's epitaph. For no sooner is it uttered than the war fleet of the Alliance moves towards the predetermined rendezvous at the edge of our solar system. Emerging from hyperspace, the Cahoon battle wagons are the first to arrive. They are not long alone. Soon, a Daxamite observation shuttle takes up position alongside. The ships of these two allies have seemingly suspended, in actuality, willing an almost imperceptible revolution about the far distant star sun's soul. The Cahoon curse the delay, but not too loudly. For it is the Psions that next arrive. In swift succession, the flagships of the other allies heave into view. The Guild Dishpan, whose methane-filled ships replicate in miniature their home world. Living Durlan link chips. Like unto that which ambushed the unfortunate Omega Men. Next, calculating the moment of their arrival for maximum psychological impact, the Ogrian warlords come. Their dreadnoughts making it obvious that they have reserved the deadliest of their designs for themselves. The Alien Alliance. Invasion, Book 1. Plot and Breakdowns, Keith Giffen. Script, Bill Mantelo. Pencils, Todd McFarlane. Inks, Chapter 1, P. Craig Russell. Inks, Chapter 2, Al Gordon. Inks, Chapter 3, Joe Rubenstein. Inks, Chapter 4, Todd McFarlane. Letters, Gaspar. Colors, Carl Gadford. Assistant Editor, Kevin Dolly. Editor, Andrew Helfer. Special thanks to Bob Greenberg, Mark Wade, and Tom Christopher.
Welcome to Starman. Our continuing effort to find him has failed. You, as the viewer, have the power. Please join us every week as we try to find him and also document the
Invasion of one, the Alien Alliance.
Pages, no ads. Dominion World, where one brave or foolish soul ponders the question,
Won't it ever stop raining? I know I'm supposed to take pride in my race's destruction of our kinfolk, but I can't. What a waste. We could have been allies. No need to rely on scum such as the Cahoon then. Or we could have enslaved our caste brothers. At least they'd have been some use to us. Perhaps my failure to see any value in annihilation is the reason I remain a minor castellan. But the mere suggestion that we isolate the genetic variant in man and then harness it for our own good draws derision from my caste superiors, whose only desire is to neutralize Earth. Thus, I face a quandary. I was indentured to the research caste at birth. My research indicates that we could simply neutralize the genetic factor and render Earth harmless. Yet, the upper castelings have rejected that option. And if I harbor any hope to advancement, I must accede to their desires. But still,
as the minor castellan writhes on the horns of his dilemma,
The Alliance Armada begins to press forward.
the view of the Earth from the bridge of the Dominion flagship is breathtaking, but elicits only contempt from the observers.
what manner of world is this we have mass to destroy? Inconsequential, even its own sun system, where it has yet to annex a single sister planet. So technologically inferior that it lacks the basic science to detect our fleet
poised a mere 3,574,042,800 of their miles away. On their very doorstep, as it were. A world we ordinarily would not have dispatched more than a second-class battle frigate to eradicate. Were it not safeguarded by the genetically variant beings called superheroes. Against any single fool, our projections indicate that these heroes might actually prevail. But against our alliance, they are doomed. Their fall shall merely precede that of their race. For it is the purpose of this war to ensure that no hero shall ever spring from mankind's seed to menace our universe again.
Seconds later, a signal was flashed to every ship of the line. In engine rooms along the length of the Armada, hyperdrive reactors energize. Space, time, and the light from the distant stars seem to warp and flow about the fleet. Then, with a high whine, the ships slip between the interstices of actuality. And vanish into a dimension apart from our own, where distance has only relative meaning. Thus, a voyage would take any man-made vessel decades, were it to be attempted at all, is accomplished by the Alliance Armada in a matter of milliseconds.
Welcome to Earth!
A nice world to visit, though it's doubtful that soon anybody would want to live there.
knows we are here.
Listen to their terrified chattering. Not even a uniform language. Their frantic communiques all ask the same questions. Who are these ships in their heavens? Where did they come from? What are their intentions? Do you think that if we informed them we were here to terminate their meta-humans, they'd turn them over to us? Any rational race might, but we are dealing with humans. Our research indicates they both love and loathe their heroes. Still, it is the human gene pool itself that is suspected of breeding new generations of heroes. Only by eradicating all possessors of genetic anomaly can we be sure of preventing the rise of new metahumans. Any further questions? No? Then let this invasion commence.
Like darts aimed at a bullseye of a target, the Alliance advanced fleet dives down at the undefended planet. Should this onslaught go unchecked, then it may well be that some future history of our world will begin. Once upon a time, there was a planet called Earth. But that fairy tale is not yet written, and may have a different denouement if fate deals kindly with a certain fugitive suddenly flung down on a lonely South Sea island. Zetabeam, I love ya! One moment I'm being hunted through the corridors of Starlag's black module, and the next I'm back home and ready to warn Earth of the Alliance's plans. Only first I gotta get off Nothing Atoll here. Left my chopper hidden over by Crab Cove. All I gotta do is rev her rotors and oh no! Who?
Were you expecting, Adam Strange?
The Cahoon! Here?
Did it never occur to you that the Alliance would have
advanced outpost on Earth.
But my island.
A most gratifying coincidence, wouldn't you say?
Most gratifying, Coon. Most gratifying. As a soon-to-be-forgotten Earth proverb has it, out of the frying pan into the fire.
War. War never changes.
The Alien Alliance. Invasion, Book 1. Plot and breakdowns, Keith Giffen. Script, Bill Mantlo. Pencils, Todd McFarlane. Inks, Chapter 1, P. Craig Russell. Inks, Chapter 2, Al Gordon. Inks, Chapter 3, Joe Rubenstein. Inks, Chapter 4, Todd McFarlane. Letters, Gaspar. Colors, Carl Gadford. Assistant Editor, Kevin Dolly. Editor, Andrew Helfer. Special thanks to Bob Greenberg, Mark Wade, and Tom Christopher.
Welcome to Starman. Urban making effort to find it has failed. You, as the viewer, have the power. Please join us every week as we try to find and also document the invasion. Invasion of one. The Alien Alliance.
By now, you dum-dums know that one of your number attempted an escape from Starland. Foolish and futile. The offending inmate has already been captured. He's gonna get his. I promise you. But individual correction ain't enough. It's obvious that for one inmate to escape, others must be infected with the longing for freedom.
Oh, no, sir. Not us. We assure you.
Silence! We sought to cure you of all the disease caused. Obviously, we weren't too successful. Thus, a stronger purgative must now be administered.
Damn you, Adam Strange.
Position.
The Citadelian Jailers know this drill well. They should. They invented this particular brand of rehabilitation. It's called preventive punishment. The theory behind it is simple. If each inmate believes that he or she could be arbitrarily chosen to die for the disobedience of another, no inmate will dare to disobey. Select random targets! In fire. That Cullihan is a cold one. Those blasts could have either of our names on them. He didn't even blink an eye.
Dwell on this lesson, mulch piles.
They'll have long to consider it as they rot in their cells. On my command, Dung Dogs, march!
Very dramatic, Citadelian. Having made you the warders of Starman now seems a wise choice.
You're forgetting that we volunteered for this assignment, Dominator. We like what we do, and we do it good.
Ungrammatical, but incontestable.
Can the smart talk? Now that we've agreed who's in charge here, I want to inspect the special section.
Access to the Black Module has been restricted by the Poseidon.
Are we all equals in this alliance, or what?
Some are more equal than others.
Listen, unless they want to dirty their hands guarding the non-specials, we Citadelians are running Starlag. All of it. So, do I get to do a security inspection of the special section? Or do we pull out?
Follow me. Satisfied?
Why the shackles of each inmate's comatose and locked behind stun screens?
They are skin transfer cups. Intravenous, feeding each inmate some new tranquilizer the Poseidons wished to test. Impressive, wouldn't you admit, to have tamed even the mighty Tigor?
Yeah, that's one cat we've been wanting to see pet for a long time. But I ain't 100% convinced this place is escape-proof. I mean, we're talking the Omega Men here. They, where these other so-called metahumans should come to.
I tell you, the Black Module is secure.
Maybe, but it's my butt if we lose a prisoner. And I say, we should post a guard corpse.
There's no need. After Adam Strange's break-in, we tiled every surface with detector cells. They are set to incinerate any intruder or escapee. For instance, defining you as an unauthorized intruder, they are presently locked on your heartbeat.
Mine. That's one security system you best reprogram. Fast.
Why don't you request that of the Poseidons?
Oh, no, that's okay. I can see no one's getting out of here.
But someone did escape Starlag. Adam, you were right. We're not safe here. But I didn't even dare to dream that escape was even possible. And then you just disappeared. No. It must be all some elaborate alliance deception to deter the rest of us. Adam didn't escape. He's been taken out and killed, paying the price for being a big mouth. The rest was all a lie, giving the Alliance an excuse to discipline the rest of us. But why would they need an excuse? Unless Adam really did get free. Even if he did, they said he'd been recaptured. Unless that too is a lie. I'm getting dizzy trying to...
Company, Earth Lover. Your new cellmate. Oh!
Mikulian, oh please. I prefer solitary confinement to sharing a cell with this unfeeling... I thought you praised my lack of concern to the Earthman. You heard that? I heard it. I hear everything. And I've also heard our captors talking, and we haven't much time if we're to make wise use of the few moments left us. I suggest we get moving. Moving? Where? Why, out of here, of course. You don't think I'd waste the amazing analytical abilities of my Koyuan computer brain on anything less than our escape? Do you? Well, I guess not.
War never changes.
The Alien Alliance. Invasion, Book 1. Plot and breakdowns, Keith Giffen. Script, Bill Mantelo. Pencils, Todd McFarlane. Inks, Chapter 1, P. Craig Russell. Inks, Chapter 2, Al Gordon. Inks, Chapter 3, Joe Rubenstein. Inks, Chapter 4, Todd McFarlane. Letters, Gaspar. Colors, Carl Gadford. Assistant Editor, Kevin Dudley. Editor, Andrew Helfer. Special thanks to Bob Greenberg, Mark Wade, and Tom Christopher.
Welcome to Starman, where we continue to find him as fast you, as the viewer, have the power. Please join us every week as we try to find him and also document the invasion.
Invasion. Book 1. The Alien Alliance.
80 pages. No ads.
Chapter 4.
Noon. When the emergency broadcast signal interrupted their afternoon soap operas, the good citizens of Melbourne, Australia, at first thought it was a hoax. A kind of Orson Wellesian stunt perpetrated by some programmer in their far less sedate sister city of Sydney. In a matter of minutes, they learned that they were mistaken, as their senses were assaulted by the warping of gravity fields and the whining of star drive engines. They knew then, for a certainty, that this War of the Worlds was fair dinkum. For real!
Spaceships, hundreds of them, so huge, they're blotting out the sky. My God, it's the end of the world. Where are our defense forces? Why don't they do something?
Because the invasion force was only recognized as an invasion force by an uncoordinated Earth defense network mere moments ago. Because by the time the truth was known, the aliens were already hovering in force over Australia's major population centers and strategic defense bases. Because to launch a nuclear counterstrike, even had such a launching been allowed by the Alliance, would have resulted in massive civilian casualties. Which is what happened anyway. On world maps, Melbourne will this day be renamed
Beachhead, Earth.
We shall note, Cahoon, that you have reduced the entire populace of Earth's fifth largest landmass to complete and utter helplessness.
And effective, as you no doubt understated, Daxamite.
The military might of your alliance is most impressive.
We have shown this puke-hole of a planet our ability to do to the other continents, just as we have done to this Australia.
You acknowledge, of course, that Australia has the lowest recorded incidence of metahuman activity on the planet. In other words, there are no heroes to oppose you here.
You think we Cahoon fear Earth's pathetic heroes?
Isn't that why you're waging this war? To neutralize their power?
At least we have taken action to abort its spread. All you Daxamites do is observe. Are you listening to me? What's come over you?
Power! Power!
Scourge of the Great Dream Nebula. The Daxamites. They're flying.
We are, aren't we? Indubitably, something we've never done before, and yet which we now do effortlessly, instinctively, as if born to flight from the gestation pod. What could possibly explain this sudden surfeit of power? And what is its extent? Time, I think, for a little test. Astounding. In addition to being able to fly, our speed and strength make us literally invincible. Add our power to that of the Alliance, and we would be exceeding our mandate. As scientists, we must study this phenomenon, not employ it.
Each Daxamite possesses the power of an army? How?
We ourselves do not fully comprehend it. Perhaps it is the result of Earth's weaker gravitational pull compared to Daxam's, or this world's yellow sun as opposed to the red sun of our planet, or...
Enough! A plague on your endless analysis. What the Alliance needs is not your theories, but your power. With might such as yours serving our side, Earth doesn't stand a chance of...
The conditions of our participation in this project were clearly enunciated. We are first and foremost observers. We will employ our newfound powers only if we are attacked.
That is the most cowardly.
Have a care, Cahun. Recall what we have become.
Suit yourselves. With or without Daxam, we will decimate this planet. What is it about Earth that makes even our allies supermen? And must we one day deal with these Daxamite upstarts as we deal today with Earth's metahumans?
Perhaps we could. Our orders are clear. We remain neutral. Our orders did not take into account these powers. A full report will be beamed to Daxam. I predict we will not remain neutral long. Unless you have been granted the additional power of foresight, I suggest we wait and see.
But, as the Cahoon said, with or without the Daxamites.
The Australian army is routed. Their air force has been shot from the skies. All ships of the line have been sunk. Despite scattered pockets of resistance, Australia's armed forces have been utterly destroyed. The other nation-states of Earth fear to attack us out of concern for the civilian populace. Let us alleviate their concerns. No conventional force remains to oppose us. The Australian government, as it exists, has been cowed and sues for peace. Herd the populace into camps near our bases. You anticipate a counterattack? No. Having seen our utter decimation of this nation,
the Earthlings would be fools to arouse our ire. But humans are like lesser castellans. They act irrationally when frightened. As long as they remain ignorant of our true intentions, their terror can be played upon. Having seen how easily we conquered this continent, they will assume we can take the other 6 just as effortlessly. They will wonder why we do not, and we shall let them wonder for a while, feeding their fear of imminent attack, so that they will be in the proper state of mind when we offer them the illusion of hope. Until that time, they must restrain the very power that might save them. They're heroes. So it began. For weeks I have felt a foreboding of some unfathomable alien evil threatening Earth. Now that evil reveals itself.
But can this invading alliance be ignorant of Earth's superpowered defenders? I cannot believe it. Many Earth's heroes have won intergalactic renown.
Even we, whose might is of a mystical nature, while more at home in the shadows, have at times stood revealed to the cosmos. Before this invasion proceeds apace, we must stand. I am summoned by they who cannot be denied. Ectoplasmic power flows through unliving fingers, a portal between our reality and some other realm opens. Heeding the eldritch invitation, the specter passes through.
The alien alliance.
Invasion of one.
Plot and breakdowns. Keith Giffen. Script. Bill Mantlo. Pencils. Todd McFarlane. Inks. Chapter 1. P. Craig Russell. Inks. Chapter 2. Al Gordon. Inks. Chapter 3. Joe Rubenstein. Inks. Chapter 4. Todd McFarlane. Letters. Gasper. Colors. Carl Gafford. Assistant Editor. Kevin Dooley. Editor. Andrew Helfer. Special thanks to Bob Greenberger, Mark Wade, and Tom Christopher.
Welcome to Starman. Our continuing effort to find him has failed. You, as the viewer, have the power. Please join us every week as we try to find him and also document the invasion. Invasion, Book 1, Part 10. The Alien Alliance.
I come, Lords of Order. You could not have refused, Spirit.
Nor would I have wished, for the world of man is in its herald.
and I would have soon sought aid from the forces of order. Your petition is denied. Surely you jest. Never. You, above all others, Spectre, save perhaps Dr. Fate, should know of the precarious balance that exists between the Lords of Order and Chaos.
With this alien invasion, chaos already seems to reign on Earth.
The current crisis is not chaos generated. Therefore, if we were to interfere, chaos might do likewise.
Upsetting the balance.
Precisely. And Earth, which is now a battlefield, might well become a graveyard.
Then I must
do nothing. You and the heroes of your mystical ilk are already seen as aligned with the Lords of Order. Interfere.
in chaos may align with aliens.
Yes.
But what of Earth's other mystic heroes? Surely they will seek to aid their world.
Your task, Spectre, is to prevent just that.
I see. You wish me to neutralize those whose mastery of the mystic arts makes them indispensable to Earth, just when Earth needs them most? You wish me to plead the Judas, betraying the planet of my birth and death to the alien invaders? So am I commanded. So must I obey. Mindful that orbiting spy satellites of many nations now train their high-resolution lenses upon Australia, the Alliance ostentatiously transforms the former state of New South Wales into a vast containment camp. It is meant to be taken as an object lesson in the fertility of resistance.
Separate the sexes. The Messiahs want no breeding save under their supervision. Huh. Why do they have all the fun? Go home. Approach, Shogrian, and witness the fruits of your labors. Subjugating these non-powered specimens was hardly what we crossed the intergalactic gulf to accomplish. But let me show you what we did come here for. Where do you lead me? To what was once the downtown sector of Australia's capital city of Canberra. In this edifice, thorough reconnaissance reports indicate it was an embassy of what nation state? No nation, but a loose confederation of individuals. Better known as the Justice League International. So, at last, we encounter one of Earth's so-called superheroes. Not a very impressive specimen. We've mind-probed him. He calls himself the Tasmanian Devil. His power indicators are inconsequential, apparently, or we took him with ease.
And by surprise, you crater-faced.
Stun him into silence and ship him to the Messiahs. Perhaps the Dominion overrated the threat posed by these terrestrial metahumans. He is but the first. When caught, he seemed to be in the act of summoning others. How? With these communicators. No, Sergeant. Teleporters. Teleporters? Of course, teleporters. The Earthlings have developed this, primitive technology. One of their few scientific achievements. Pathetic. You Okrians can duplicate these ludicrous devices? With ease, we think. Keep us abreast of your progress. Teleporters? Teleporters? If the Earthlings' science is not as archaic as we thought, then perhaps this metahuman's apparent powerlessness is also deceptive. If so, alert the Poseidons that a captive is on the way. And the sooner he's dumped on them, the better. Move, masked man.
Go to hell. Teleportations will shut down before help can plane in. If there's any help left out there.
The winter moon hangs high over Louisiana, but its reflected light can do little to dispel the dark mood reigning in Belly Reed Federal Penitentiary.
That's what you call to tell me, Max. The Earth's been invaded? I put the squad on alert as soon as the first spacecraft was sighted. They're ready to roll. What? You listen to me, Maxwell, Lord. This is Amanda Waller, head of Task Force X who we're talking to, remember? And I only take orders from. He did. Damn. Not only did the president order the squad not to go into action against the aliens, but he even gave Lord a restricted phone number to convey. That burns. So us under attack, and my team's supposed to squat? Hell, the boss is a lame duck. Turner, get your tail in here.
The New York Embassy of the Justice League International. There's no way Amanda will sit still for this, John, even if it means going against the executive order.
Why did the president ask you to break it to her, Max?
Because he's got his hands full with the little matter of the intergalactic invasion, and he'd hoped that we could help rein in Earth's heroes before they do something foolish.
Like strike back?
John, I know you want to go in there swinging, but the aliens hold Australia, for Christ's sakes, until we know what it is they want.
We wait?
Well,
I'm waiting, Max. Your answer, please.
Yes, John, we wait. Patience is a virtue, right?
I think that your fellow humans down under might disagree.
Listen, John, this isn't my idea. Just wait for their communication to come through. Then we'll see what has to be done. It should be transmitted any minute.
Attention, cast superiors of Earth. We are the Alliance. In less time than it takes to tell, we have laid waste to your fifth largest landmass and enslaved its populace.
what the overpowering might of a massive military machine did to Australia, it is also capable of doing it to the rest of your pitiful nation-states. But you may avoid further bloodshed and stave off unnecessary slaughter by complying with one simple command. Surrender your superheroes. With their lives, may you purchase humanity's survival.
So there it is, at last, delegates. You all heard, you all saw. A simple choice. Surrender our superheroes, and the aliens will cease their war upon us. You must understand, however, that by giving up our heroes, we also surrender our strongest defense should the enemy renege.
I fail to see as we have any choice. What happened to Australia could happen to any of us, and probably will, whether we comply or not.
Are you willing to risk countless human lives for the sake of a handful of heroes?
We must. They have risked their lives for us.
We owe them a debt one my nation won't repay with betrayal.
There is no more time for debate. The Alliance demands an answer. Therefore, as Secretary General of these United Nations, I call the question: does Earth surrender her heroes to the invaders? Yea or nay? Olsen, you got it?
Hot off the presses, Mr. White. And the staff, well, they asked if you'd care to share a toast with them. Chief?
A toast? For printing this story? Jimmy! No, it's the politicians we should be toasting. For once, they've shown some backbone, done the right thing. And I, for one, have never been prouder to print any story. So sure, I'll raise my glass with the staff. We'll drink to victory, even as we stand on the edge of defeat. Earth to invaders! Drop dead. But by Caesar, at least we stand united. Invasion! First strike! Extra.
The war begins this month. In Firestorm, the nuclear man. Agreed. See you there.
War. War never changes.
The Alien Alliance. Invasion, Book 1. Plot and breakdowns, Keith Giffen. Script, Bill Mantelo. Pencils, Todd McFarlane. Inks, Chapter 1, P. Craig Russell. Inks, Chapter 2, Al Gordon. Inks, Chapter 3, Joe Rubenstein. Inks, Chapter 4, Todd McFarlane. Letters, Gaspar. Colors, Carl Gadford. Assistant Editor, Kevin Dudley. Editor, Andrew Helfer. Special thanks to Bob Greenberg, Mark Wade, and Tom Christopher.
Welcome to Starman. Our continuing effort to find him has failed. You, as the Emperor, have the power. Please, Don't do it, Laura. Don't do it. I have to find Starman.
DC Comics. Made by
Greenberger, Grindberg, De La Rosa.
Firestorm, the nuclear man. Invasion. First strike. Extra.
The battle joy.
Grover Greenberger, guest writer. Tom Grindberg, penciler. Sam De La Rosa, inker. Duncan Andrews, letterer. Nancy Hulahan, colorist. Daniel Raspler, assistant editor, and Denny O'Neill, editor.
We're undersupplied, undermanned, and ill-prepared by humans, let alone aliens. Damn! We either get reinforcements soon, or we better start praying we wake up. Larutanton, Baccarat, dig deeper, and faster.
Sir, we lost contact with Charlie Company. I think we're alone.
They have weapons we don't even understand. I haven't even seen where they suffer. Jenkins, get ready to move half the troops off to the right. We'll move down the shoreline several hundred yards.
Sure. Sir?
Move! Move!
They'll find us. Send us to hell.
Anything's better than times like this.
Sarge, the general's on his way. But don't expect air support. These can't have firecraft up there.
I believe that's Cahoon's choice. Okay, then we fight. And probably die.
These boys certainly have good eyes. Lost my driver a few flicks back. How do we stand, Tall Tom?
Sir, we've been fired on for 8 straight hours. We lost touch with our other units, and it doesn't look good. I lost 24 men, I think.
Aliens, huh? They can be beat. We just have to hold on until help arrives. Super help. Right, Tall Tom?
If you say so, sir.
Well, Tomovich, the time has come to get back to work. You finally got to visit Africa, but it wasn't the land of wonder you imagined as a child. Instead, you saw despair in 1,000 ruined dreams. I don't understand how Java used with Ronald and myself to form Firestorm. I felt his death as though it were part of my own. Enough. Alexander used considerable influence to get me back in this job. I must concentrate on it. Nuclear physics has changed since I have last talked. Students have changed. By the saints, I have changed. I supported Sakharov and so lost my position. All I could think of while working at Chernobyl was of teaching again. McHale did so bitch. The good times are so short. Why cloud them out? This begins my path of stabilizing my life. Firestorms that I begin soon enough.
Ron has good prospects. All seems well. And now, to begin their lives, may we all prosper. Good morning. I am Professor McHugh Arkadin, and I welcome you to Introductory Nuclear Physics. I won't promise an easy semester, but it will be an interesting one. I will use my experience in the field, Chernobyl, to help show you the practical uses of physics and their dangers. Hopefully the results will be less volatile.
I feel like an alien. Going from where they have nothing to where they have 20 different brands of toilet tissue? Unreal. The people in Ogaden are literally starving, and Flamehead, for all his power, really could do anything about it. Here, if I get the munchies, I can wander into the kitchen and get a snack with more calories than a kid in Ogaden seasonal feed. And there's the homeless here as well.
I've been working with the homeless shelter since I got back. But until I know if I'm going to Vandermeer again, I really can't make any plans. And now there's this invasion thing as well. Alien races uniting to trash humanity? Mikhail and I haven't even tried warning firestorms since Jama died. I'm not sure what's going to happen if we do. Better check my message machine. Dad, if it's you and you say you're going off to play Ernie Paul.
Hi, it's Dad. I'm on the streets gauging public reaction for the Daily Planet. National Edition. Don't hold dinner. Bye.
And the Earth's superheroes have been asked to mobilize, awaiting direction from Justice League International. We repeat today's top headline. Australia has been totally overrun by at least 6 unidentified alien races.
Now who? Listen, Raymond. Form firestorm and report to the South Pacific at the following coordinates. What are you talking about? Who is this? Don't get cute. Call on the Rusky and get going. You know what's at stake. Don't make us come for you. And bring Firehawk. We need all the help we can get. Who is this? You don't need to know, and you are wasting my time. Who was that? Didn't sound like stolen folk. Anyway, I thought Mihail's niece took care of his memory. I don't even know where to begin looking for this guy. But then, that might be moot if the aliens win. I guess it's off to the South Pacific.
I haven't felt this sick this long since I had that Asian flu in high school. Gotta shake it. Soon. At least Dad is around for a week. Congress is in chaos over this alien business. Hello?
Lorraine, it's Ron.
Hi, Ron. Your timing is great. Dad just flew in from D.C., and he says that the Institute has approved the grant money for Morton.
Great. Guess we're both off to Vandermeer, assuming it's still there when the smoke clears.
What do you mean?
The aliens, Lorraine. Someone knows about me and ordered us to the South Pacific. You feel up to it?
No, but I don't want you to know. On my way. Now's the time to see if I have what it takes to get into battle. Who knows? Maybe I need to smash some atoms to feel better. If Firestorm tries to kiss me again, I'll fuse him into a skyscraper.
Welcome, my friends. The Starman, episode 21. DC Comics, made by
Greenberger, Grindberg, De La Rosa.
Firestorm, the Nuclear Man, Invasion, First Strike, Extra.
If we just rewrite I for Invaded using these games,
That's cahoons, Mickey.
whatever, we can use new cover art and get it out in a month. What makes you think we're going to be alive in a month? These are alien invaders. For real.
Aliens have lived peacefully on Earth for years. Andrew, invasions have been repulsed before. We will do it again.
They've never taken over a continent, Karen. Fine, so we can create new software based on the winning scenario. I can have something into beta testing before Christmas.
Slow down, Mike. I don't know if I want to do cheap knockoffs. Our business nearly doubled when the spreadsheet program was introduced. We have a rapid last, and I don't want it spoiled so early. However, if you twins want to whip something up in your spare time, then try it.
Nicely handled, Karen. You have a good way of making money.
Thanks. I like to think that I can handle everything so well. Which brings me to this. Something's come up, and I have to leave town now. The company is in your hands. Remember, don't accept any calls from the Highland books, and you'll be fine.
I have a stepson about your age who leaves on impulses too. You'd probably like him. A good day. Good students. I shall enjoy this once more. Huh?
Mikhail, it's wrong. We're needed. Aliens have invaded Earth and...
What? We have not been told. Are you certain?
You bet. Also, someone knows our secret and has demanded Firestorm go to the Pacific.
If this is as you say, then of course, we must protect humanity. I cannot believe what your mind tells me. It's true.
I guess class knowledge doesn't extend to alien invasions. Flamehead, you okay? I'm prepared to do what I'm good for. Fighting. Oh yeah, you're great.
Just when I think my life was in order, aliens don't work for chaos. So this is something new, and something that needs Power Girl! Now, if the morning news reports were right, I might best render some help to Cuba. It's closest in. I know that trail. It's been a while since I've seen it, but that's Firestorm. Better catch up. Ugh. Just because I'm not interested in you romantically doesn't mean we can't be friends, okay?
I do not need friends.
Hi guys, mind if I join you?
You are Power Girl.
I know it's been a while since we last saw each other, but come on. He's not quite himself these days. But hi, I'm Firehawk. I've seen you on the news. Great meeting you. Thanks. Guess you're like burned up here. Nice to have more powerful superhero needs to have. Especially with the Titans so automatic now.
Well, Ron, should I try to kiss this power girl? No, not without asking first. You do that to either one of these, and they'll deck you. I was making a joke, Ron. Firehawk, do you feel well?
What? Yes. Why do you ask?
Your energy pattern has deteriorated since our battle with Brimstone.
When I want a physical from you, Fire Geek, I'll call, okay? This promises to be a nice, long, fun adventure.
Let's move it! Gibson, Willis, the Forge, prepare medical supplies. You're now on medical corps.
All round! Short round! The fire has been steady from the southeast. Aim that way, about 45 degrees.
Sirs, we've defiantly lost Abel and Baker companies. I think we may be the only one left.
Huh, just as it should be. Do you know anything about Easy Company's history, Sergeant?
No, sir. General, how do I ask the men to fight this? We don't have the power.
No, but you're Easy's top kick. Tall Tom, and you're tough as a rock. Hold on, command will.
Sir, if we survive this, will you tell me why you use nicknames?
Doesn't everyone in the army?
Don't suppose we could take 5.
I don't think the aliens will take 5.
Hang on, Firehawk. The battle may not wait until the Pacific. That's an alien spacecraft of some kind, heading for orbit. Let's get it. Don't know what to expect here, guys. The war begins. Now!
BC Comics 5 Storm. The nuclear invasion. First strike. Extra.
Hi there. Can anyone tell me where I am and what's going on?
Who?
Right. I recognize Firestorm and Power Girl from seeing them on the news. But I'm afraid I don't know you.
I saw your picture in the USA Today. You're Starman. I'm Firehawk. And as for what's going on, well, it's quite a story.